Very good morning, good afternoon and good evening for all those who are watching this video. This is Sinu Shivakumar from UI India Securities. Let us understand in this video what is make your expenditure an investment. And first of all, thank you so much for filling out this form. We got lot of insights in that forms which you have been filled, and we will be developing an application according to your needs. So thank you so much for that. In this video, you are going to understand three things. So the first one is, let's say why make your expenditure an investment is very important in this era, and the second one is how I made it possible, and the third one is how you can make it possible so that through stock market you can make your expenditure an investment. So let us get into this video. The first why is inflation. Inflation is hitting all of us. Let's say when the price is rising, the high income person is safe enough to hold or withstand the inflation. The middle income person is always in between, and the low income person is the one who suffers inflation. This is the first question. The second why is very important one, which is income inequality is out of control globally as well as nationally. If you see the stats, you will be amazed with the numbers. Let us assume or imagine 30 years back, whatever we did manually, automation has took place at least 30 to 40% now. 30 years from now, whatever we are going to do, that will be automated another 30 to 40%, which will lead up to 80% altogether. Let's assume that. So how do we stop this income inequality? Let us see some stats. One of the interesting factors, 62 wealthiest people have more than 50% of the combined world population wealth. Just imagine how this is possible, because some or the other reason, if we are generating revenue through surfing internet or technological advances, just imagine if you are surfing through Google, you are making revenue for them. If you are surfing through, let's say, Facebook, Instagram or anything, so knowingly or unknowingly you are creating or you are generating wealth for other organization. That's the first thing. On the other hand, if you flip the coin and see, 1 out of 9 people doesn't have enough money to eat. This is a sad situation, isn't it? Let us look at what is the stats in India. Let us look into the stats of 1961 to 2020. Let's say in 1961 to 1917 era, bottom 50% people had 12% at least, but today it is 6%, etc. But top 10%, we can see that 43% people were there, but today it has increased to 63%. In 1961, wherein only 11% of the people got top 1% income, here it has increased by 31%. Just imagine, 30 years from now, if we see this trend is continuing, the recessions which we are seeing now, it is not going to stop. The layoffs which we are seeing now, it is not going to stop. So what is the solution for it? How do we overcome inflation as well as income inequality? That's the solution which you have to do, or which we can do it together through make your expenditure an investment. Back in 2014, when I got an exposure to capital market, this is what I understood basically. Let's say, for example, one of my friend is starting a new business and I want to invest in his firm. Let's assume I am investing 100 rupees. If his organization is growing, then my value of investment, let's say 100 rupees, will also grow. Simple as that, isn't it? So if I am investing in a shares, let's say ITC or Hindustan Unilever or let's say HDFC Bank or any shares, let's say in India we have more than 7,000 plus shares or the organizations available. So let us understand how this capital market is going to help you to make your expenditure an investment. Back in 2017, I have invested in multiple stocks, which I'm going to show you now, which is a very minimal quantities to prove you that make your expenditure an investment is the best solution. Before getting into make your expenditure an investment, we will also see some examples of what is compounding as well as an illustration about how do we make our expenditure an investment. Let us get into this example. Let us understand a simple compounding effect or the beauty of compounding through these three examples. First example is you are investing 1000 rupees in back in 1992, 30 years down the line. Every year your return on investment is increasing by 25%. Let us assume the second year you are getting 1250, third year you are getting 1563, and it goes on. Let's say your investment amount remains same, 1000 rupees back in 1992. Today if you see that value, it is nearly 8 lakh rupees, right? So an asset is going to give you a return on investment every year without any corporate actions I have added, splits or bonus or something like that. So here you can see a beauty of compounding. Let us get into the second example of you are investing 1000 rupees in an every year. Let us assume in 1992 1000 rupees and 25% of return on investment, which is nothing but 1250 rupees. Added 1000 rupees will add up second year as 2250 rupees, and 30 years down the line your investment amount of 30,000 rupees is going to be 40 lakhs. Where in the first example 1000 rupees increased to 8 lakh within a period of, let's say, 30 years down the line. Here in this example 30,000 investment is increased to, let's say, 40 lakh. Let us assume if you are investing that into monthly basis. Let's say here you can see that in the third example in 1992 if you are investing 12,000 rupees, let's assume monthly you are investing 1000 rupees. Second year you are getting 27,000 rupees, nothing but 25% of first year investment added to 12,000 rupees. So here you are getting 4 crore 84 lakh rupees after 30 years. This is the beauty of compounding. This is most awaited illustration because in this illustration you are going to understand a perspective from a layman. I am a person who is fueling my motorcycle every 2 days. Let's assume 1 liter fuel I am fueling. 5 years down the line I have spent around 84,000 rupees. What is the return on investment? The case where you have spent the expenditure same amount if you are investing in a stocks. Let us get into this illustration. In this illustration you can clearly see that the fuel prices I have taken from, let's say, 2017 May onwards. 68 rupees was the price and today it is 96 rupees. Last January, today it is more than that. Let's assume I am a person who is fueling 1 liter of petrol in every 2 days. My expense would be back in 2017, it is 1021 rupees. Let's say 15 days into 1 liter fuel. Let us get back to today, and 1450 rupees is my expense for monthly. If the same amount, if I am investing in IOC share, let us say for example here IOC share price was 143, I would have got 7 shares at that point of time, and continuously if I have invested today I would have got 18 shares, and adding up total together 1058 shares I would have now. So here let us see some examples of corporate action which has happened in IOC. On back in 2018, 1:2 bonus issues was done by the company, and 1:12 bonus issues was done by the company in 2020 June. So my share total which I am holding today would be 3,148. So if you see this example, I am adding dividends as well. The company has paid dividends. 5 years down the line, if I was making 84,000 rupees into my fueling, if the same price has been invested in that stock, let's say IOC, my return on investment would be 2,54,988 rupees. Here with adding all the dividends, I would have been receiving 341% of return on investment. Without any consciousness, we are making so much of amount into our expenses. Let us say if we are able to control that expenditure and turning out to be an investment, that would be a beauty of it. Somebody would ask, let's say, Sinu, this is possible to show it on an Excel sheet or a Google sheet. Can you show me real time basis? I'm going to show you my portfolio where I have invested very little quantities back in 2017. Here you can see the complete portfolio where I have invested around 53 to 54k rupees in 2017-18, and I got a return on investment more than 100%. I have invested in 26 companies with very minimal quantities. 2 companies gave me a return of 20% of return on investment. 4 companies a negative 27%. 20 companies gave me a return of 113%. Overall it is more than 132%. Still it is growing. So if you look at the previous example of how a compounding effect can build your portfolio over a long term period, so in this example you have seen that how do we make our expenditure an investment with a real time portfolio, isn't it? So surrounding ourselves, everything is every organization consider consciously make your expenditure to turn out to be an investment. Let us say for example, so surrounded by ourselves these many sectors we have, isn't it? Baby products, FMCG, banking, mobile services, IT, automobile, metal, food, pharma, construction, petroleum, garments, etc. It goes on, the list goes on. So let us consider when you are getting an income, when you are making an expenditure, that expenditure is going to turn out to be your investment. This is how the money is start rotating. So just imagine over the period of time, if you go to any supermarkets, instead of having certain set of products, you will have certain set of companies. Let's say ITC products will be listed somewhere else, Hindustan Unilever product will be listed somewhere else. So for example, if you are a person who is using Airtel SIM, or a person who is using Idea or Vodafone Idea, you can buy that share and use the product same as that. So you are making an expense and you are turning out that expenditure to an investment, and you are also be part of that company. The money starts rotating, isn't it? Just imagine if you have a portfolio of 20 to 30 companies and you are using the same products. I'm not saying that you should use only these products to get wealthy, but whatever your choice. Let's say if you are interested in any bankings, HDFC, Axis, Canara, SBI, any bankings, so you can invest in them. Let's say if you are interested in Vodafone Idea, you can invest in that company, use that same SIM. Or if you are interested in Jio, you can use that, or Bharti Airtel. So similar like this, find out companies which you are using regularly and turn that expense into investment and hold on to long-term investment so that you can gain this very beautiful compounding effect and make your expenditure work for yourself. So think through it. Do let me know if you have any doubts or any clarifications on this topic. I am happy to help you, or I am happy to discuss about this topic to next level, so that I believe developed nations like US and Europe have more than 30 to 40% of people are participating in capital market. But here in India, we have less than 10% of the population is participating in the capital market. If this is going to happen, this is going to be the next revolution in India. Let us together make our expenditure into an investment. Let us grow our wealth. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do contact if you have any kind of clarification and this mobile number. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like and share with your loved ones so that they can also get benefited. Like this video, share this content to as much as people so that people can get benefited from this. Make your expenditure an investment. Thank you so much.